Hi, welcome to another #NowSmoking review. I'm Gary Korb from cigaradvisor.com, and today I'm smoking something brand new from Crown Heads. It's usually one of the most anticipated cigars of the year. It's the Las Calaveras 2019 limited edition. And what's nice about this cigar is they've used an Ecuadorian Habano Oscuro wrapper, which they haven't used since 2014, and they gave it a little extra panache by giving it a second band at the foot. It says Crown Heads on it. And we're gonna get going. I'm outside here. It's a beautiful day. It's hot, it's breezy, and with the breeze, anything can happen. So we're going to cut it. Oh yeah, cut really nice. Very nice pre-light. A little salty, maybe a little leathery. And we'll toast it up. Oh wow, nice and sweet. Yeah. So anyway, the Las Calaveras from Crown Head Cigars is 2019. As I said, this is the LC46. It's made in 4 sizes, and it features the Ecuadorian Habano Oscuro wrapper, as I mentioned. You've got a Nicaraguan binder and Nicaraguan fillers, and they advertise it as medium to full. So let's get a couple of initial notes here. Yeah, very nice, very sweet. It's not peppery. It's very smooth. Draws pretty good. And I was told that this cigar is also made to honor the former head of CAO Cigars, Kano Osnager, who John Huber and Mike Conder, who were heads of Crown Heads, they used to work for him. They used to work for CAO, and I remember when they did, and I've known John Huber for a long time. And right here you can see his initials, CO. So I think that's a really nice little tribute to Mr. Osnager and the family that started CAO Cigars. So let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, it's very interesting. It has a bit of earth and a bit of woodiness and some sweetness, and it's quite smooth. All right, so we're off to a good start. Let's see how it is when we get around to the first inch. All right, so look at this. In spite of the breezy day we have out here, this cigar is burning really evenly, and look at that beautiful ash. It's nice and firm. It's got to be at least over an inch. But what about the flavor? What am I getting? Okay, I'm getting mostly a very sweet, woody, nutty kind of taste from it. It's still very smooth, and I'll tell you, I really like the sweetness. It must be the wrapper. Well, there goes the first dash. And it did pretty nicely there. I kind of like that. So we're pairing it with coffee, which is always good. I always like coffee. You know, we were talking about how they dedicated the cigar to Kano Osnager, and Mr. Huber, John Huber, says, when Kano passed on June of last year, the cigar industry lost a true trailblazer and innovator, and I lost a mentor, friend, and a father figure. He meant so much to us here at Crown Heads, and he touched the lives of far too many to mention, and his legacy lives on. And I met Kano many years ago. What a wonderful guy. And I say that if they were going to do a tribute to him, this is pretty damn good. So Because of the windy conditions, it's burning kind of fast, but it really tastes good. It's very smooth, very nutty, and I really like the sweetness that's coming off the cigar. It's just really, really delicious. So let's hit the second act and we'll see what's going on there. Okay, so Act 2, here we go. The smoke is still very smooth, creamy, very sweet, and the burn has been really good. And I'm going to tell you, we got a good breeze out here. Yeah, a little pepper entered the mix now, it's like some sweet spice. It's still very woody too. And if I didn't mention it earlier, let me tell you about the sizes. The Las Calaveras 2019 LC46 is what I'm smoking. It's 6 by 46. There's also an LC50, which is a Robusto. It's a 5 by 50. The LC54, which is a 5.5 by 54. I like those dimensions. And the Torpedo, there's going to be a Torpedo also, which is a 6 1/8 by 52 Figurado. So there's a size for everybody. Yeah, well, this is basically a medium full cigar. It's now starting to move more into the medium full range. Maybe we're getting closer to the full. Like I said, I'm getting a little bit more earth, some darker flavors. So let's see what happens in the final act. All right. We're now in the third, and this cigar is still like a medium full in terms of strength, and it's still tasting really toasty and woody, although I am getting a very interesting sort of like that tangy citrusy note out of it. It's still sweet, but the sweetness is starting to get a little mixed in with some of the darker, earthier Nicaraguan tobacco notes. And let's see. Yeah, it's still very creamy. And also, like I said, every year when the Las Calaveras comes out, this is a limited edition cigar, and they're making only 1,700 boxes of these, and they're going to be boxes of 24. They're also making a 4-pack, which is going to have all 4 sizes, and that is going to be a sampler in limited edition of only 2,500 of those samplers. So if you're a big fan of the Las Calaveras, you better get in on it now, because I know these sell very, very quickly. Yeah, it's getting a little more peppery, more, I guess you could say, sweet spice, because I'm still getting some sweetness. And we're getting down to the band, so let's see what happens at the nub. All right, we're down to the nub section here, and this cigar is still going good. It's mostly woody now. It's got a bit of like kind of a hoppy bitterness to it. Not so much sweetness, but I got to tell you, like they do every year, the Las Calaveras is just fantastic. This is a beautiful tribute to John O. Osninger from the folks at Crown Heads, and I think this is going to be a hit. It's very different from the one the year before. Like I said, it has this Ecuadorian Oscuro Habano wrapper on it, which I think gives it some nice sweetness, and it's pretty much for just about every cigar smoker. It's full-bodied, goes from medium full to full, but I think it's available to every cigar smoker. Even if you're new and you want to try a Las Calaveras, this is the way to go. So kudos to the people at Crown Heads. Thanks for watching #NowSmoking. See you next time, and happy smokes.